because of the community. I just think it's amazing. It's a great social scene. It's just easy living. It's relatively inexpensive still. Yeah, it's just a great community to be a part of.
As we flash forward, we've talked about your past. We talked about the current situation of you getting prepared and stuff like that. What's next for Ty? And I'm not saying, hey, Ty, I know that you're going to retire at the end of the year, or whatever, because I mean, obviously, you would consider it. My guess is that you would consider it if you won Athens this year. What like when you said that you and Alexis are building a life together there, is, you know, are you guys going to be in the country? Are you going to be in town? What's it post racing for you to obviously build a life in Athens?
Yeah, I just think, you know, we live here and we live in town. We're not out in the country, which is, I think that's a lot of it. We can walk everywhere. We can ride our bikes everywhere. We can do anything we want on foot or on bicycle where we are. And I think that's a really nice thing about Athens, especially here in Normaltown. It's just easy, you know, it's not a big city. We're kind of away. You can have a separate life from being in college in Athens, which I think is a lot of people that go to school at UGA, they don't understand that. They go to UGA and then they spend the 4 or 5 years here and they never even see the other side of Athens, where it's like, no, there's a whole other community here that's awesome, you know. And that's basically been my entire time in Athens. Like I moved here when I was 18 and I was never in school here. I was always, it's like, this is a community that I was a part of, which is pretty neat. And we hope to be more part of the community in that way. I'm not really sure and if that's involved in cycling or what that really entails, but
do you think
making it at home?
Do you think cycling is your future?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point in my life, you know, I do love the sport. I don't necessarily love like going out and training every day. I enjoy mountain biking, you know, I enjoy racing.
Motorcycle racing.
I love motorcycle racing. You know, there's a huge motorcycle dirt bike community here, which is nobody would know. You know, there's professionals that live here. It's kind of like a mini two-wheeled mecca of sorts here in Athens. But yeah, I definitely see my future in cycling. It's not at this point in my life, I'm an expert in the field, and I don't really want to start over with just anything, if that makes sense. So we'll see where that leads. We started a coaching company a few months ago, and
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's neat, you know, and it's not something, you know, all about coaching, and we're kind of approaching it with like the racer point of view a bit more. Like we're trying to feel good consistently on the bike, not really peaking at any certain point, just like feeling good every day, you know. And it's attainable to do if you're not overdoing it, and we're trying to help people kind of see that, which is fun.
I have some tips for you.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Oh boy, the curves of learning are steep and immense. But anyway,
yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to take too much more time because I know the weather's beautiful there as well as it is here. I know you want to get on your bike with Alexis. One final question: is it going to take luck, or is it going to take training for you to win?
I would say training. I'm not a huge believer in luck per se, even though we did win our soccer game last night 5-0, and there were some lucky goals. I think training for sure. And you just got to be smart, really. I'm a notorious cramper, and I'm trying to nail that down this year. And it's not a hydration issue. It's nothing like that, because it's something that's happened my entire career. I think it's more of a nerve issue. So I'm trying to figure out some other ways to help that. And I think once that's nailed down, it's just, you know, putting yourself in the right spot. And if it's a sprint, doing a great sprint. And if you get beat, you get beat. If you win, you win. You know, it's not that complicated. And if you lose, it's not that big. It's not the end of the world at all. That was a fun race. You know, I'll do it again next year.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, I can't think enough.
Yeah.
You know, I could see like the like this juxtaposition of you like trying to chill out, but also going, damn, I want this one. So I can appreciate it a great deal just to watch it. But Ty, thank you so much for joining me. Wish you luck coming up. I'm sure I'll be seeing you a good bit as we head into Twilight, but thanks for joining us. I'm sure everybody at Athens and beyond is going to be excited to watch this because, you know, you have a lot of fans, you know, whether it was in Europe or across the States or even in your hometown of Athens.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, Kev.
You're welcome. All right. Ty Magner of Legion, thank you very much for joining.